Welcome back to Glenn's Comic Corner, Classic, Non-Classic. This is episode number 971 and Doubleshot number 865. Got two DC trades for you. First up it is Batman Arkham City. This collects the 5-issue miniseries that is kind of supposed to be a prequel to the Arkham City video game. Though I should point out that this is one of two series that does this, yes. This also has the Arkham City digital chapters, which is basically 5 chapters. Yeah, this is written by Paul Dini and Derek Farlofs. Artwork by Carlos Denia, Dustin Nugent, Derek Fredos, Ben Herrera, Ted Navia, Roger Robinson, and Adam Archer. The cover art basically for here and the series is done by Carlos Denia and Gabe L. Kilib, I think that's the guy's name. Yeah, he's the colorist in here. Pretty much for this particular series, it takes place like right after the events of Arkham Asylum. Well, I'd say like not long afterwards, because Quincy Sharp is now the mayor of Gotham City, a very controversial man, mind you. And he mentioned the whole thing about he basically started his plan for Arkham City, and it's mentioned by Vicky Vale and Jack Ryder. Yes, Jack Ryder, the guy who's known as the Creeper. Though I should point out, though, in this universe, he never becomes the Creeper. And here's the weird thing. Jack Ryder is not a Batman character. He has nothing to do with Batman. The only reason why he shows some Batman-related stuff because he lives in Gotham City. Yeah, that's the weird thing about the Creeper. And here's the thing about Jack Ryder. He's a creation of the late Steve Ditko. Yep. And he's a reporter in here. That's basically what Jack Ryder is. And Vicky Vale pokes fun at the Arkham City. Oh yeah, it's a prison. And all of a sudden, Quentin Sharp, who just happened to be nearby, is like, nope, it's not a prison. It's just basically a new city. And apparently it's an old Gotham. Yes. The looking at the Arkham City video game explores this area very well in the video game. I know I played it. And we also see Hugo Strange in here, who is basically the main villain of the story. Now, does Bruce Wayne basically, the stuff that happened with him in the video game does not get explored in here? No, the book actually ends just prior to the video game. Now, I said this is one of two series to explore basically what happened between the events of Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. Excuse me. The other, of course, is the Arkham Unhinged series. I haven't, of course, I've read it, but I haven't a chance to get my hands on it yet. That one does explore basically a little bit more of what happened in between. It explores a little bit more. This is basically a little bit setup for the video game. That's pretty much what it is, but it doesn't exactly fill in the gap basically directly into the video game. There's a one-shot leads into it, but not exactly says. Oh yeah, it's also that Hugo Strange is apparently Quentin Sharp's psychiatrist. Apparently he's been a psychiatrist for years. And him keeping advice, basically, I'm being nervous. So like that's perfectly fine for a psychiatrist. And Bruce Wayne, and here's the thing, Bruce Wayne sits on the parole board for the Arkham Asylum. Yeah, this is also true in regular DC Comics lore. He says on the parole board for people who are in Arkham Asylum, and apparently, the board's decision has been suspended. The board's been suspended for some reason. The book itself doesn't explain why or how the heck this happened, but yeah, I like that Paul Dini actually confirmed that in this continuity that yep, Bruce Wayne says on the Arkham parole board. I mean, why the heck not? As for Arkham Asylum itself, well, it's mentioned here. Doesn't make a physical appearance. In case you're wondering, though, does Arkham Asylum itself does make an appearance in the actual Arkham City video game? Yes, it's very hard to find it. It's off like in the distance, and apparently after the events of the first video game, it's still covered with poison ivy's vines. Yep. But this is a good miniseries. The only reason I got it, I mean, I wasn't really gonna get Arkham City, but I could not pass up the chance on getting a book by Paul Dini. I love Paul Dini's comic work. And plus, I own the Arkham City video game. So, give this book a 9.5 out of 10. It's really good. There's some mild things doesn't really explain here, but still a fantastic book. I think my friend Edgar, I don't know if he's reviewed this area. I know he did review the Arkham Asylum one-shot that led into the first video game. I think he does have plans to review this. I don't think he has reviewed it yet, but I'm hoping he does. Alright, next up is Green Lantern Wanted, Hal Jordan, collecting Green Lantern Volume 4, issues 14 to 20. There's actually two storylines in here, believe it or not. The first half of this thing is just Hal Jordan be wanted for apparently killing some terrorist. Yeah. As for how the heck this happened, it's not really fully explained. Though this is read by Jeff Johns, mind you. Yeah, then he's he's everywhere in custody. First, the Global Guardians show up. Now, last time these people were seen, it was back in Wrestling Afterstairs where we disbanded, but they were brought back. Of course, there was one person, Tasmanian Devil, apparently been dead for some time. Yeah, then the Red Rocket Brigade shows up, and then the Justice League themselves show up. Yeah, and it turns out the whole thing of Hal Jordan killing Sirius, yeah, it's all a big fat lie caused by the Faceless Hunters. I'm not all that familiar with these characters. I know these people are, but I'm not that familiar with these particular aliens. And apparently they were controlling the Guardians. Enough so Hal can attack them. So yeah, and of course we also have Alan Scott pops up in here as well. I mean, why the heck not? The other half of the story is basically Carol Ferris dealing with the whole thing of, well, the fact that Hal Jordan's got a new girlfriend named Cowgirl. That's her call sign. And basically, it's kind of her reaction to her. Now, the thing is, Carol Ferris has generally been Hal Jordan's girlfriend since the 50s. The weird thing is, despite the fact these two have been, basically, she's been his love interest for years, but they've never got married. Nope, never have. Apparently, nowhere in DC ever bothered to consider these two getting married. Of course, there's a really awesome cover here of basically look like that Hal Jordan's going to get a fight with Carol Ferris in her form. Oh, also, I should point out, though, that the whole thing with the whole Faceless Hunters, yeah, apparently this was a plot by Amin Sur. Now, those of you who don't know who the heck this guy is, he is, believe it or not, the son of Amin, the son of the man who actually gave Hal Jordan his ring. This is him. Amar, sir. Yeah, that's basically who this guy is. He's also, believe it or not, Sinestro's nephew. Yep. Now, those of you curious though, how is this guy Sinestro's nephew? Simple, really. Sinestro married he married Abin Sur's sister. That's how they're related to each other. Yep. Oh yeah, in case you wonder, what did Carol Ferris have? One of her few different outfits she wore as the Star Sapphire. This is her look, though they have basically a little more covered up in the current continuity. Yep. Now I should point out though, there are two different artists on here. There's two different artists on here. You have Ivor Reyes, who does the Want to Hal Jordan story, and Daniel Kuna, really great artist he is. He does the Mystery of the Star Sapphire. Yep. Yeah, there's also this really cool cover. I'm going to show this off here. Yeah, at one point in the story, Hal Jordan makes up with a Zamarinian, and it's basically teach about love because apparently they basically kept like sealed up for years. Also, apparently, when people become a Star Sapphire, they apparently strip all their clothing off them and become completely naked. Same thing happened to Cowgirl as well. Here we go. Here's the cover I was talking about of Hal Jordan trying to fight Star Sapphire. Yeah, this cover is also been seen on Wikipedia, believe it or not. Yeah, and look at these Zamarinians. Yeah. Here are four Zamarine people who wanted to get back to Queen, who is basically Carol Ferris. For some reason, I have no idea why. Probably because she's the one to teach about love. That's what she did in the anime TV show. But here's something Hal does for something really weird. Of course, apparently, when they lose their Star Sapphire gem, yeah, apparently the lady, even Jill, who's also his cowgirl, basically is butt naked. And the first reaction after getting close, is like, where's my hat? Yeah, apparently she really has a fondness for her cowgirl hat. Yeah, and here's what Hal Jordan does in order to get these people to change their ways. He makes out with them. He says, well, it's not cowgirl. Yeah, because he loves cowgirl. Yeah, and Carol Ferris has a conversation with her, and she actually does approve of her. Yep. And of course, the story ends with the gem being forged into a ring. And we have a setup for one of the next storylines. Now, the next arc that comes right after this. Oh yeah, they also mentioned that apparently Carol Ferris got married when Hal Jordan was dead, and then all of a sudden mentioning, oh yeah, she apparently got divorced for some reason. I don't know why, but that's basically what it is. Yeah, and guess what the next story that comes right after this one? Believe it or not, the Sinestro Corps War. Yep, that comes next, right after this storyline. This, of course, is very good. Jeff Johns' fantastic job with this. I can't wait to get the other stuff, basically, when it comes to how Jeff Johns went for Hal Jordan's when he wrote this book. I mean, he wrote this character from 2005 to 2013. Yeah, I'm gonna give this book roughly a 9.5 out of 10. Really good. Yeah, he started his run on Green Lantern at the same time that Ed Brubaker started his epic run on Captain America. Though they apparently ended 1 year apart. Yeah, Ed Brubaker ended his run on Captain America in 2012, while Jeff Johns ended his run in 2013. He was on the book for 8 years. Ed Brubaker wrote Captain America for 7 years. Pretty long time. And Jeff Johns had a fantastic run on the book. Now, in the case of what I reviewed for Jeff Johns for his run, this is technically the first. This secondly is the second trade I reviewed from his run from Green Lantern. The only other trade I have reviewed that is basically that collects issues from his run from Green Lantern is War of the Green Lanterns. Yes, but not the first thing related to Green Lantern I have reviewed. I've also reviewed Blackest Night, Flashpoint. Let's see. I've also reviewed one of the trades that collectors for Teen Titans. I've reviewed his run for Justice. I've reviewed a boatload of stuff for in the case of Jeff Johns, but in the case, this is the first individual Green Lantern I review, but the second Green Lantern trade overall that collectors work for Green Lantern. Yep, this book is fantastic. I love it. Can't wait to get more Green Lantern stuff by Jeff Johns. I mean, this is technically the first Green Lantern trade I've ever bought. The one that collects issues from the main series. I've never bought any trades for this one before. I mean, I bought a bunch of Batman trades, so why not try Green Lantern? I mean, I love this character. So why not? Okay? So, that's it for this particular review. I still have 2 more videos coming. The next video I'm going to do soon will be review the newest episode of Attack on Titan. Okay? But till you see the next view. Bye.